we made it here. Hey, Rose. Man,
Hello.
that time it's like it seems like every time I start doing these shows and this countdown clock sort of distracts me because I'll
Yes.
start looking at the numbers. I'll look down, I'll look back at the numbers are already at zero or close to zero. So they do
Hmm.
make me nervous. But anyway, welcome, Rose. So glad you made it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm moving my thing because see, it's funny how we were recording, the light looked perfect, but now it's like, oh, it looks too shiny.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Well, let's get going. Welcome, 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 everyone. Drop in here as you pop in. I'm Linda Outerbridge of Hook a Sister Up, and tonight you know me as Hidden in Plain Sight, where we talk to women entrepreneurs. But did you know Hook a Sister Up is called Hasu Media for a reason because there's other things that fall under Hook a Sister Up, like If These Books Could Talk, where we interview writers, authors, poets, creatives, all the above, as they share their work, share their books, share everything you can think of under the umbrella of If These Books Could Talk. So, again, Linda Outerbridge of Hook a Sister Up, where we work with women entrepreneurs, making sure that they still stay relevant by promoting them, showcasing their work, showcasing their products, showcasing their businesses through these avenues as we call online promotion. So, Rose Hammond. Rose
Yes.
and I go back pretty far, y'all. So I couldn't wait to get her on here to talk about her book. I've gone to her documentaries at which one, TV in Wyoming. I
Yeah.
follow Rose everywhere. So so we've been around a bit. But tonight you'll get to talk to Rose. Rose will talk to you, should I say, about some of the stuff she's doing, some of the stuff she has going on, and definitely jump in here, ask some questions. So tonight you're meeting and you're going to be talking with Rose Hammond, author of, I'm looking down at my notes, author of Idlewild, Woodland Park, Michigan, and African American Remembers.
Yep.
Also, just a poor country girl. Also, a documentary, In
Yep.
Between Trees. So, yes, these are just three things that Rose is going to talk about tonight. Welcome, 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 Rose. Let's
Mhm.
get going. How
Yeah.
did this book start?
Well, it's a story, and everyone has a story. Um, I came home from Los Angeles after working in motion picture and television for 10 years plus a few months.
Mhm.
And I didn't come home the same as when I left.
Mm,
Well, about a year out there, I became an addict and had never done that before in my life.
mhm,
And to where I lost everything and was really thin. When a situation went bad, I called a girlfriend. I said, please come take me to the
mm.
airport. My bags had been packed all summer.
Right.
So she took me to the airport and our son.
Mhm.
And when she dropped me off, she said, Rose, whatever happens when you get home, when you feel depressed, when you feel like you want to hit that wall, you feel like you want to go up the street again, just write.
Wow.
And that's why I give her credit and
Oh
Stephen
my
Jones
goodness.
credit in my book because she told me to just do that. And I didn't expect that from her. And so when I got back here and those occurrences were happening, I just picked up a piece of paper and started writing. Came home with
Mm,
6 bags of dirty clothes and a 3-year-old. Um,
girl.
my mom welcomed me back. Um, the other half of her, not so much.
Mhm,
But she welcomed me back, and my son and I shared a bedroom in their home until I was able to get on my feet somewhat, and then to get our own apartment.
mhm.
Then I just started writing. I had no idea how to write. So no one can tell me you cannot write. If Rose can write, believe me, you can write. It
Right.
might not be long, it might be short, it might
Mhm,
just be poetry,
mhm,
but I just started writing. And what I started writing was about my life first.
mm.
And then our mother came into my den and she said, but Rose, I like somebody to write my story. I said, really, Ma? So that's how Just a Poor Country Girl got started.
Ah,
She
your
sat
mom. That's your mom's story.
exactly. She sat in front of my desk and I couldn't even get a question in hardly. She just started talking. And one thing you do have to do is fact check when you're doing something based on real life and you want to add a little bit of teaser in there, other
Mhm.
little stories. Um, so I did fact check a lot of her, almost all of her story between before she passed, between her and my older brother. And that's how
Wow.
Just Before Country Girl got written. And then from that, I went back to my story. So it's going to be a series. And I started both of them, both of us at about 6, 7 years old. But Idlewild, people might not realize that was the first where I started because she took
I
me.
remember that.
Yes, she took us up to White Cloud, where we were born and raised. We had one property up there out of the 40 acres we owned,
Hmm.
and it's our grandma's house. And she knew a lot of people in Idlewild, so we went up there, and old man Tyson just started talking about this person's home, that person's home, and I always said, I say, why you guys always talking about this happened and that happened? And
Hmm.
he told me, he said, because people need to understand and realize what
Right.
this took for us, the sacrifice to
Hmm.
have an Idlewild or to have a Woodland Park. They need to
Hmm.
understand the sacrifice. And I think they felt, a lot of us younger people, I was younger then, we didn't appreciate the sacrifice.
Right.
And so that's when I decided on the way back to our grandma's house, I said, Mom, someone need to write that story. And Charlie, missionary Burton, she said, well, why don't you? I said, because I have no idea. Right. I said, let me remind you, Mom.
I
I
am not a writer.
I almost funked English. I said, I have no idea. I can type, but I have no
Oh my
idea how to
God.
write anything.
Rose, you're killing me because you're definitely not the traditional writer. You know,
No.
people they come here telling their stories. I always wanted to be a writer. I had the
Yes.
best penmanship. I was so good at spelling and grammar, and
Yes.
oh, I just knew I was going to be a writer when I left school.
Yes.
She said, "I know, I don't have
Yes.
that story."
Yeah. I got that agent. I got that. I said, no, it's too hard. It was too hard for me to get an agent. She said, what I always tell you guys, don't you ever say can't.
Oh,
She
look
said,
at
you
you!
teach yourself and you learn
Look
how
at
to do
see.
this and how to do that. So we couldn't say can't in our house. We
Oh
had
my
to
goodness,
try and do it
I love
and
it.
just keep trying and keep trying. And that's I started researching how to then if I could get a publisher, how to write this, how to do this. I went to shoot. Well, I hear is Schuler's. I
Hmm.
went to Barnes and Nobles and asked. I went to the library. I
Hmm.
got that fat book, Writer's Digest. Oh, I did everything I could to finally learn how to get it out myself because I knew how to type. That they couldn't take from me.
Right.
Um, I remember when I got that first little gift book. Called my son and said, "How big is it?" And he said, "Well, Ma." I said, "Oh, you're starting out with well." He did. He said, "Really, Ma, it is not how many pages, it's not how thick, it is are you saying anything
Mm,
in the book?" That's exactly his words,
I
what he
love it.
are
Yes.
you saying anything in this book?
You get so caught up
And
with pages, they could be filler pages, just
I
filler
know.
of stuff, just to fill some pages, kind of thing. It's like
Yeah, I
filler
was
pages.
it's gotta be a lot of pages to be a
Yeah.
big book. It's gotta be there. And then I started researching. There are some books that are only about 10 pages. There are some that are 50 pages.
Look at that.
Because I started researching and started reading. He said, "That's what I'm trying to tell you, Ma. It don't matter how big that book
Right.
is. What matters is, are you saying anything?
Oh my God. I bet
Are
that's the
you
best thing. That's the
educating?"
best thing you could have heard because I can imagine that does something to you after you spend all this time putting it all together and then you see the finished product. You're like, I did all that, said
Exactly.
all that for that, you
Yes,
know?
all those 2 summers straight because he went up there with us when he was little. 2
Oh,
straight 2 straight summers just on the weekends. I
mm,
assembled the crew. The crew would go up there with us. We drive back the same day a lot of
that
times
sounds like a
and
lot of
go
work.
back the next day just to try to get research and then to try to get someone to talk to us.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I know we talked about that, how tough that was.
That was so tough to get people to want to open up. Because we were through a property, my cameraman and I at one time.
Hmm.
And I asked why, and they said because we are so freaking tired of this media coming up here, getting
Mm,
us stories, and then reporting we're just poor little bumpkins.
mm.
A lot of them have retired very well up there.
Oh, I
That
bet.
people need to know very, very well.
I bet.
And finally, one door opened with Mr. John Meeks. That's who the guy who helped. And then after he opened the door in Idlewild, I got all kind. We got not I, but we got all kind of interviews in different locations. His home, the library up there,
Look at that. It just
just
took one
everywhere.
person to welcome you and say, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna.
exactly. More
Trust that you're gonna tell the story the
yes,
way you tell the way the
exactly,
story is.
exactly. So I was all right because someone said, "Oh, it's a soft read" when I was interviewed once, and I didn't quite know what a soft read was. This is how ignorant I was with writing. I'm thinking, okay, what's a soft read? What's a soft read? Okay, I'm thinking that's me because the book's only 86 pages. That format. I think that's what she's saying. She could go through it in like a minute. I'm thinking that's what she's mean.
What's a
That's what I'm
soft read?
thinking. But if she
Stop
could
it,
see me,
Rose.
if she could see me now, because she have called to do an interview and I have not
See,
responded back.
look at that.
Okay, now if she could, because she's seen where it's taken me, and that's also what I want to say. It you can be taken in a certain direction, and you don't even know where the Lord is taking you.
There you
But
go.
it will be taking you into different directions. Because I had no clue out of that little book I could get the documentary. But there are tons of interviews in my home of those individuals,
Mm,
and turned into a documentary.
look at that.
With
Now,
no.
Rose, every time I think about it, because I
Mhm.
remember meeting at Baker Book House and we were talking about how you're gonna
Yeah,
showcase and sell
yeah.
your products, your coasters, all that stuff. I mean, we were
Yeah.
just talking about just all that, and then now
Mhm.
talk about documentary and all your
Yeah.
awards and accolades. I'm thinking, wow.
Because I had no clue either how to do that either.
I remember.
I
And
had
you
no
was like,
clue.
who do you have that could do a website or a blog or something? Did you
Yeah,
end up going with Crystal? I
yeah,
don't who did you end up going with? I don't know.
yeah.
We
Couldn't
just talked.
afford any of it either. Couldn't afford none of it.
Yeah, it was just so
Couldn't
many
afford it.
different things that we had talked about. It's like,
Yeah. I just had, well, I was working full time at that time. So I had that money I would work and I would put every penny I had towards what I was trying to do, which was then going back and forth up north
mhm,
and trying to get someone who could work with me on some production crew and
right.
WKTV. I can't thank them enough because,
Girl, they did some stuff. I know
yeah,
when we went there, you talk about all the stuff you learned and they
yes,
helped you with. I was like,
yes, sure
you
did.
learned
They
a lot,
surely did.
editing and all the stuff you were talking about.
Because by the time I did get back to the editing, I would go to work and I would literally come back there every
Mm,
night, trying to learn how to edit until the person who was working with me on the project from the very, very beginning had to pull out. She
mhm,
was a professional editor
mhm.
and she helped me out a little bit, but then she had to pull out, not
Oh,
because her family, her mom and her brother were sick.
yeah.
But then God brought the other friend to work with me who was an editor. And I know her husband wasn't sure at first. And he
It's
said,
like,
"You're not
what's going
making,
on, huh?
yeah, you're not making how much?" Is what they kept saying. They would tell her. But I did offer. She was hungry. I offered her meals. I offered her to pay her mileage. I
Isn't
said, "But
that
too
something?
bad. Oh God, I have not one dime, okay, to pay an editor." And she did sit there and help finish the project.
That is too
This,
cool. Now
oh my
that
gosh.
now that's how you do it,
Yeah,
girl. Now
yeah.
that's a blessing. Like I say, things will come to you if you don't give up. You just got to keep
Mhm,
pushing through, and it's like that
mhm.
help comes in many different forms. Many
Yeah,
forms.
yeah.
We have a comment from let's see. Oh, Marty Denewell. She said, "I have passed by Ottawa many times when traveling to Baldwin and Ludington."
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Where is that between? My dad used to hunt up in that Baldwin area. That's how I know it.
Is is about a spit going east out of Baldwin. You go to Baldwin and you get to, it will say a sign Woodland Park, I believe, but I just know how to get there from Baldwin. Or you
Mm-hmm.
take the highway 131, but you have to get off right before the Fair Estate exit, I think.
Okay.
And you have to turn off on the two-track road. Not two-track, but it's a two-lane road, small towns.
Oh, I
It's not
bet.
like you can just
Thanks,
get
Mar.
there through highways.
I I bet very small towns. Thanks, Marty, for
Mhm.
hanging out with us tonight. But yes,
So
yeah,
that's how that got to going. And then when we showed it at the theater here, but then pandemic hit.
mm,
And then I was like, what the heck am I going to do now? We've done all this work. I
mm,
just felt so bad to let it just be sitting, because the soft showing was an art prize before I finished editing. That's the soft prize that people are seeing on YouTube. That's not the
right.
original documentary. And I just felt so bad because everyone had put in so much work.
Mhm.
And so it's like, it's just sitting here. So what now? And that's when someone suggested the festivals. And I said, what festivals? I had no clue about that either. I learned about that. So they told me how to log on and become it's not a patron, but you log on to film festival. Independent films is what's shown there, but
Hmm.
it's film festivals, and there's a lot of them. So I had no clue either with that, Linda. I had to learn everything. I just had to
But
learn.
boy, when you got going, when
Yeah,
you got going,
yeah. The going got going. Five.
yes.
Say five. Um, and then finally, associate of mine in LA said, "Poor Rose." He was up from LA in Woodland Park, and we were at Sherry Jones's home, and he was said, "Rose, don't show anymore to no more festivals." And I still didn't understand that
Huh.
either. I
Uh-huh.
said, "Well, why?" He said, "Just don't show anymore." And he had said two things as to why. And I said, "No, I don't have that. No, I don't have that." Um, and so anyway, he's been calling me and we've been talking. So trying to see what comes of it because I did it in phases. I have phases for this project.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that was one of the phases. I'd love to see some type of viewing on
Right.
television. I'd love to see, and I've contacted several people.
Hmm.
Um, so we're just going to see what happens with that, if anything. But other than that, I was just shocked. So nobody can't tell me what you can't do.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, we have another comment here. My mom is a regular viewer, y'all. She know how to get up in here now. She be all over StreamYard. She she's like, oh, my mom, Rose. Now you know you probably heard me talk about my mom before.
Mhm,
83 years old, sitting up there in Bacon, Louisiana,
mhm.
all in StreamYard. She said, once I've approved myself as a commenter, I don't have to prove it no more.
Yeah,
Thanks, Trina
yeah,
Johnson, Mom,
yeah.
for hanging out with us.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah.
You, you know, I'm not gonna talk about you too much. See, I'll be telling my age, but I have to have people understand when I say mom is on here.
Mhm.
You gotta understand. This
Yeah.
lady is a tech guru with her Apple. She know how to
Oh
get
my
about all this
goodness.
stuff.
Oh my gosh, I could
We
probably
ain't
learn a lot
techie
from her.
people. We already talked about that, Rose. We ain't techie people.
No, I'm not.
This one here,
No, I'm not.
this one be
Not
all
that
over the
at
place.
all.
She be figuring stuff out, girl. So
Mhm, mhm.
all I know is DNA runs strong. So I expect that when I turn 83.
Exactly. Exactly.
I got good
Yeah,
genes and good. I'm expecting that memory and all that other good stuff to be
yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah.
So thanks, Mom, for hanging out with us and checking out Miss Rose.
Mhm.
I noticed you glossed over, and I know you're probably gonna get back to it, but please tell us all the film festival. You mentioned there was. I heard you say five. I
Oh,
wrote them all down here. Would you like me to go over all of them?
yeah, you can say it. 'Cause I'm gonna have to go grab
Would
the
you
little
like me
things
to
off
go over
my
all of
counter.
them? Rose sitting over here like she ain't did nothing, y'all. Like she just like,
Mhm.
hold on, like hold on. I'm
Montreal.
just looking at the comments. So she has the
Mhm.
New York Independent Cinema, Montreal Independent Film Festival, Chicago Indie Film Awards, Detroit Black Film Festival, and LA Independent Women's Film Awards. Those are the ones I have, unless there's other
Yeah.
ones I don't know about.
Nope, nope. I stopped after that one. I did listen to
Oh,
that person, and I have not submitted anymore, although I've been asked, but I have not submitted anymore.
she
Um,
said she didn't know nothing about the indie film festival and went on there
yeah,
and just started applying. And I'm gonna name them. I'm gonna name them again, y'all, because when I went on this
yeah,
page and saw them, I said, "What Rose doing out there? What she got going on?" I saw them
yeah,
all. I was
yeah,
like, New York Independent Cinema,
yeah.
Montreal Independent Film Festival,
Mhm.
Chicago Indie Film Awards, Detroit Black Film Festival, LA Independent Women's Film Awards for
Yeah.
the documentary In Between the Trees.
Now
And
the
your company is, so let me mess it up.
Run with It is the name of my company.
She say
Yeah.
run with it, y'all. She
Run
say
with
my company. How you go from not want to write? How you go from not?
it.
How do you go from writing to not really writing,
Yeah.
but just writing happened upon you, and
Yeah.
to
It
go to
really did.
documentaries and all these independent film
Yeah.
awards. And how does that happen, Rose?
I still don't know to this day because now I'm working on the coffee table book for the document because not everyone made it in that because it's a 30-minute short. And
Would you
so not
stop it?
everyone made it in there. So now I'm working on a coffee table book where I'm putting in all of the interviews just as they were interviewed, because I want people to understand not only the ones I interviewed helped to create the two communities. Then you have to go to, okay, who do you really want to talk to? Who's
Exactly.
that? And because you can't talk to everybody.
Right.
So a lot of them did not make it in. A lot of their testimony did not make it into there, nor especially not the book.
Right.
Um, and so now I'm putting in the whole interview, and so far it's over 200 pages, just straight typing. And then I decided I want people to understand what the process was with interviewing those who are seniors, because these were
Right.
all senior,
Oh, I can imagine. I can
all
imagine.
senior people, and they have excellent memory. I didn't think they would.
But they did, huh?
Sometimes you'll hear me read in the cocktail table book where I ask the question, but then you'll read maybe 5 sentences down. I re-ask that question
Right.
because I'm trying to get a certain answer from them.
Hmm.
Because as you're talking to seniors, they will start talking and then they're going to jump to down 5 years from now. So you got to bring them back
Bring
in.
'em back.
Okay, so what happened now here? So you know,
You got to bring them back around, huh?
back in a little bit. So you're going to be in that coffee table book. You'll see why did Rose ask that question again down yonder? Well,
Yes.
because and one of them's from here. I had to listen to her interview again. I'm saying I'm typing like 4 or 5 pages now. I haven't asked another question.
Oh my
I said, let
goodness.
me here to see if I forgot to ask a question. And no, that is exactly. She just asked a question and girlfriend went.
Look
And
at
it's
that.
like, wait a minute. She did just keep talking and talking and talking and talking until the very, very end when I
Oh,
got to ask a question. But they all really were talking that much.
that's
But
good. Like you said, once you light a fire under them to get the information, it was hard to pull it.
yeah,
Look hard to blow it
and
out, huh?
you can remember you're doing a piece that's for a documentary or a movie. So
Right.
you want to cut them off. You want them to say their full sentence, however it is. And
Right.
then you can come back and regroup them by asking the question a different way. Is
Got
what
you.
you do. So that's what I'm working on with the coffee table book
I
um, at this moment. And it's a lot of work, a lot of typing. But that's how that is doing. And then trying to see where do I place this person? Do I want to move them around? Do I want to do something else? And some of the words
right.
I'm making big and small for emphasis.
Right.
But then I had to stop trying to design and just type and move on with the book.
Gotcha.
So
Oh
that's
my God. I just think I put you up here, Amy. Thanks for joining us, Amy. I enjoy listening. So thanks for hanging out with us. Um another so you can't hear me. Um can you hear okay, Rose? Maybe I'm just not
Yep,
talking
I
loud
hear.
enough.
Yeah, I hear you fine, but I don't know
Okay.
about
I was
volume.
sitting back at first, relaxed. So probably I need to just talk a little louder. Talk a little louder. Um, then we have another. Let's see who we have. Sounds very exciting. Hey, Gwen from California. I'm glad you put your name down here because last week we were talking. Last week we were talking about Facebook user. Like, who's this Facebook user? We gotta drop a name in here or something. So thanks for dropping your name, Gwen.
Mhm.
Um, Gwen Buchanan from California, sunny California. So glad you
Yes.
guys are dropping in here. Any questions you guys have while you're in here for Rose about her book or what's upcoming stuff Rose have going on? While you're sharing, Rose, what's the next thing?
Well, like I said, the next thing is the coffee table book. I'm not sure if I'm trying to look
Oh
for it
yes.
with a manager for it, or if I want to just continue doing how I'm doing it. I am part of a writers group. That is the one thing I would like to say, people. If you do want to get into writing, if you write or know how to write or have a
Hmm.
publisher, please join a writers group in your community. There are people in my writers group who do have agents and managers. Some are
Oh wow.
professors, some do poetry, some are mothers, some are English teachers, some are whatever, and run bookstores and so forth. So it's eclectic group, but it's about 18 or so.
Okay.
And they're really, really helpful, beneficial. but you have to
Mhm.
not take it personal. I'm learning
Ah.
when they make criticisms because they're only trying to help. And also being an independent, we call ourselves indie.
Mhm.
Please get a good editor. Please, please get a good editor to help you with that book, to help with all phases of it if that's what you need them for. Because that's the one thing I do incorporate is I do hire in a good editor
That's good.
when I'm doing something. I might do the cover this time myself, I might not, because I have to learn how to share and not overextend. So things like that as well. And I always like to do things that are educational.
Oh,
So, like
good.
for young people to understand. I read it to my grandson and I'll ask him a question about one of the people where I interviewed her in the book.
Mhm.
My granddaughter, she's 2 now. I was on my Apple at their house and I was typing and she wanted me to hold her. So I said, well, I'm going to do you like I did my grandson. And he could tell you, if you sit on granny's lap and I'm typing, you're going to learn how to type. You're going to learn the A, the B, the C, the D. And that's exactly what she did. I said,
Girl,
touch me to A, touch me to B. If you're going to sit here, you're going to learn
yes.
something.
Hey,
And
girl, you look, my daughter always tell me, say, yeah, y'all these new age grandparents, nanas and stuff. Y'all got lives, y'all got businesses, y'all got stuff going on.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Look,
Yeah, that was
you
doing that in one of the
busy.
schools that I'm in because I'll sub sometimes, and
Oh,
they wanted me to
nice.
sit in a room with the students while they plan their end of the year. What is it called? I'm getting old. I am old. Those parties.
Yeah, end of the year. Stop it, Rose.
I'm just saying
You know
that.
you can't ask me.
I'm just sitting there listening to them and
'Cause I'm
listening.
like, don't ask me. I don't know.
And I asked him, I said, well, when is this fundraiser you're planning to do for your end of the year party? Well, the party's in a month. And I said, you're just now planning the fundraiser? They said, yeah. They said, we don't have it together. I said, here's an idea. Do any of your family have $1? Do they have
Mhm.
$2? Just go and let them know what it's for and then put it towards your party. Or if you have some of your families who might have a small business, maybe they can give 5. Maybe they know somebody
Right.
got a bigger business will give you 100.
Exactly.
Start doing things like that. But it's only, I said one thing you don't say to Miss Rose, but it's only. Just try to do it, just try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
There
It
you
doesn't.
go.
The
But you better
next
not say I
year,
can't.
you're ahead.
You better not say I can't, huh? Because
I'm
you was
telling you,
raised with that.
next year, plan a year ahead. Goodness gracious. Somebody pick up the mantle and move on with it. The president isn't. Somebody
Exactly.
can do, it was so cute. Them trying to figure out how we're going to get $5. Students want to
Oh
pay
my
$5
goodness.
for this. Start with a quarter then. Start with
Exactly.
this.
Girl, you go clean some change
Oh
out your
my
car and come up with $1 at least.
I had to figure out somehow how to pay for what I'm doing besides using all my money. So I go into schools and I'll help out. And every penny went towards putting my projects together or designing my coasters and working to deal with the vendors. How
Right.
much would it cost to give me 10 coasters if I can't get 50? How much it gonna cost to get this?
Exactly.
And I'm looking right now trying to get a more local person to do my magnets, the hard kind. So far, I
Oh
have not figured
yeah, the nice ones.
out
Yeah.
because they come from out west, and that shipping
Hmm.
and handling's eating me up.
How has that been?
It's been going really, really good, and I tagged on with Etsy now. Someone helped me to tag on with Etsy. I hadn't done that, but when the
Mhm.
pandemic happened,
Right.
I wasn't sure quite how to do it because my company's based on when I go out to events. I'm always at all these events.
Hmm.
Now I was like, oh gosh, I got to sell this on really online. So what happened is someone says join Etsy. So that's what I've done. I've joined up with Etsy and the companies like Pack Elephant who do
Yes,
gifts.
Pink
They
Elephant.
have
Yes,
so
you can
many
have your
companies
stuff
are
over
bringing
there.
gift and gift boxes.
Yes.
And perhaps your thing can be part of someone's gift basket.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
that sort of
Rose.
thing. Yeah.
All I know is you have been busy. All
Yeah.
the stuff that because we've been talking about this and been knowing this for years. So you've been, you know, you can almost actually you are a true candidate for hidden in plain sight because people don't
Yeah.
know all the stuff you do out there.
Yeah.
You fly under the radar. And that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
basically when I talk about businesses and people who fly under the radar, people that, these business people don't know
Mhm.
about. And you're one of them that
Oh.
you stay to yourself, you stay low under the radar, you move
Mhm.
in silence,
Well, I'm
But
about
when
to
you
be in
come
3
out,
events three events coming up. So
See,
I'm working on it. One that arts and hospital women who
yes, I was just getting
okay.
ready to say, share your events coming up so I can write them down.
Yep, the one I was just that's what I've been running around today for and printing things is for the Women's Expo.
Yes,
Here this weekend. I'm going to be part of some authors who are there. They reached out
nice.
to me. The other one is the National Black Businessmen Association. They're coming from out of state, and they're at the hotel with Delta. I think the Delta
Yes,
Hotel
right
by
on 28th
Woodland.
and
It's a one-day event. I'm going to be there for one day because it's just one-day event. And the other
mhm.
one is a Michigan State, the national, no, Michigan State Masons are holding their event here in Grand Rapids at the
Shut
Amway.
up.
I'm going to be there for the 3 days. I guess you had to be asked or something to do. My brother's a Mason, not me. My
My
brother.
father's a Mason. Yeah,
Yep.
we from Baton Rouge,
Group
Louisiana,
chat,
so you
they
know.
sent the information over to me, and I'm mailing it to them to have a table for 3 days. You
Nice.
might want to think of that same thing since you have someone who's a Mason. They're going to be here for 3 days at the Amway in April. So those are and there's one event in Holt, Michigan that I haven't really responded to yet. So, but I did pretty good over there, so I might still drive over there to Holt, Michigan.
So you are literally all over the place.
Yeah, things when the pandemic happened, I said, well, what I'm gonna do? And it got kind of dry. But now, like I said, the Lord is opening up avenues for me. Someone's couple have asked me to come speak. So I think I spoke to you earlier about that.
Oh
Just got
yeah, and where is that? A C word. What did you say? No,
Osceola or
Osceola,
Custer
Osceola,
County.
Osceola.
Yeah, I got to get more information on that one there.
Well, you definitely got some stuff going on. You said these are in April. The one you mentioned, the expo is next week. I can't wait to
Expo's
go to
next
that.
week. For the Black men, that's April. Both of those in April. I just printed off their information.
Okay.
Masons in April,
Okay.
and so is the April 24, 26 through 26. And the other one is on my email, National Black Men's Association. They're coming out of state, but I forget which state. But they did ask for all kind of people to be vendors. So when I got it, I wasn't sure because I wanted to check out to make sure who they were and they're coming here.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel has confirmed it, so I said I would be a vendor, and the president of it then finally called me, and so I said yes, I would come, and so I'm going to be there as well. That's April 24. Yep, because it's the day right before the Masons.
Right. Well, Rose, I am just so proud of you
Yeah.
because again, I know the struggle. I know what you've done
Mhm.
when there was nothing. I know
Yeah.
that. I know the start. I know all that. So that's why um it's just crazy just to hear all the stories.
But people
It,
just
it,
have to, when you're doing it, just stay with it. You're going to have those off days. You're going to have that off week. Okay.
the off month, half
Mama,
a season, half a quarter.
yeah, God, I can, how much pay for this? How much get this done? How much get that done? And
Hmm.
it will get done. You just have to have that faith and that belief. And I go play racquetball on those days because
Ooh,
it's
this girl said
confusing.
she played racquetball, y'all. You heard what she
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
She said she gonna play racquetball.
Yeah, go hit that racquetball. You can hit that ball as hard as you want to. It don't care. Just so you gotta be careful
Oh,
it don't hit you back because it hurts. Okay.
exactly.
It does hurt. Okay.
Well, well, what I didn't do is I'm gonna see if I can go to your website so I can
Mm-hmm.
um, share your site. I just don't want to go to any Facebook pages because when I'm on Facebook and I'm on here, it just shuts
Yeah.
everything down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can go and share your page so people can see what it looks like. Run with it
Yeah.
and let me know when you see it on your end.
Okay. And should I say your sister helped me with it? Am I supposed to say that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know how I got here.
Yeah, your sister helped me, especially with
Okay,
the cover
let
page.
me see. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just was like, you asked me for referrals and resources. I said, okay. I think I gave you her
Yep.
and Chris.
Your
I don't know who
sister
I gave
helped
to.
me with a
Oh,
lot
this
of
is
them.
too cool.
Yeah.
Should have known that was some of her work.
Yep. You did.
Yeah, Adrian Johnson of Rebellious Creatives. She
Yep.
did a lot. She did my
She
frame.
does
Remember you
it.
said something you liked my frame and stuff? Yep. She did all the
Yeah,
design work on the author frame, hidden in plain sight.
yeah,
All my frames, Adrian did it.
yeah. Because I wasn't sure
And
how
can
to
you
do
see
it
us
and how
doing
to
with the in
use it.
between the trees?
And that's telling them the journey with going through
You
getting this
have a little
done.
bit on here about that.
And there goes some of the awards.
Mhm.
There they can actually
Yep,
listen to some of the
yep.
documentary, the
And the
trailer. That's the
trailer,
trailer.
how long is this?
The trailer.
Yes, they have some
I'm
of the
not
trailer
that
on here you can check out.
Paul Collins' mom, the artist Paul Collins' mom. Um,
Oh, I never knew that.
yeah, Rita Collins. We interviewed her
And I've
at her
seen this
home.
trailer before, but I never knew that was his,
At her home, we walked in. I said, "This should be
never
in
knew
better,
that was his mom.
better." Oh, her home was so gorgeous. She's deceased now, but
Oh, I bet it was.
her
I
home. We
bet.
interviewed right there off the water,
Oh, I bet. Here's All Roses Awards we were talking about with the independent film festivals and awards.
and it's so crazy. I
You
didn't
got
know what that was because when you open up your email, all these flowers and banners fly out at you, and
you are killing me,
yeah,
Rose. I don't know what that is, but
and that's when it was at
here's
Art
the
Prize.
one. Art Prize. Okay, this one's at Art
Yeah,
Prize, and you can definitely check it out when you go to this site.
yeah.
And I did leave the
Well,
link for this site
I
in
do
the
want to say
information.
the young girl who did the TV version on these Art Prize, she was 15 or 16 years old. She went to a local high
Wow.
school here, and we interviewed her. And out of the ones we interviewed, we felt she fit better with the
Oh, that
project.
is
And we had to
cool.
really train her how to make something that's not like you were taught in school. Um,
That
so
is
we
so
thought
cool.
she did a
And like
really,
you
really
said, you
good
believe in
job.
the educational part too. Showing others how to do it.
And we taught her how to understand a contract. And her mom was
Oh
there because she
wow.
was underage. So we taught her in front of mom how what this contract is saying, what it reads,
Uh
what she'll
huh.
get paid. So she didn't. We did. I did compensate her. So what she would
That
get
is
paid,
so
we
sweet.
agreed to her terms, and so we taught her a lot because I really believe in educating young people.
Yeah, I
I'm getting
love
educated.
that about you,
I
Rose.
have to educate them. So
Right.
the cover, I had to learn how to design covers.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no money, so I had to
Girl,
learn how
that's
to
something
design
you did it
covers.
all on sweat equity, as they say.
Oh goodness gracious!
Definitely sweat
Right.
equity. Here are your books, Idlewild, Woodland Park, Michigan, and this is your one you talk about your mom with Just a
Yeah,
Poor Country Girl.
yeah, that's her.
Story of your mom. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie is
Charlie?
still just like a man's name. She was named after my granddaddy, her father,
Louise
and
Dorsey. I
she didn't
love
like.
that.
Yeah, so most folks only knew her as Louise. Then when she
Right.
passed away, and even in the church, they didn't realize her name was Charlie. It's like,
Oh
yeah,
my
I love
God.
it. I love it.
I do. Do you have your other book, Transitions, Coming
Yeah,
of
that's the
Age
little house
story?
we were raised in, all seven of us. That little
Oh
house.
my goodness. See, I don't
Yeah,
remember this one, Rose. I remember the other two, but I don't remember this one.
that's some onion fields. Oh God,
She said,
up
making
another
you go
onion.
back, huh?
Oh goodness gracious, those onions and all this
Yeah.
stuff is educational because what they read on there come out of the books,
Mm-hmm.
so they will be educated while they're looking at the coaster.
Gotcha. So make sure you check out the coasters, check out the magnets. Yeah, I know.
Imagine
Yeah, I
I
think I got the
design.
coasters and the magnets from our first Women
Yeah,
Who Write event.
I just love to find someone local though to do those magnets.
If y'all local, y'all make sure y'all
So I
jump on
can
here and
support. Yeah,
hit Rose up.
and the cup should be at the bottom.
Oh, I missed those. On the same page?
Yeah, all on the same page.
Oh, I stopped right there. That's why. Oh, there
Yeah,
they are. Oh, those are nice.
the
Oh,
two
I
that
have
I
this one.
designed.
I got the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah, and
Yes.
they're all
So make
connected
sure you
to
guys, you
Etsy.
can buy them right here. It goes to Etsy. Purchase these mugs on my Etsy store. Rose
Mhm.
got an Etsy store. Look at you, Rose.
I know. I'm learning too how to work it. I'm
I
learning
love it.
all that stuff. Yeah, I'm
Rose is on it, y'all. Y'all can forget this.
trying. And I have something here that I'm
Rose,
trying to make my own paper or someone to produce the paper. Only thing I didn't put on there are the two canvases from the art prize piece that they'll see on the other page.
mm-hmm.
But
Make
those
sure I
were
get out of
designed.
there. Yes. I
Yeah.
enjoy going through that site. I didn't know you had did so much. Oh, I have a question here. Where do we, let me see, question from, where do we look to keep up with the books? Where do they go
Um,
find you? And
yeah, I'm a try so hard now to keep up with. There's a link on my on next to the contact page where I believe where I can keep people updated. Because other
yes.
than that, it's just through my Facebook page, which they can follow me through the Facebook page as well, either on the
Mm-hmm.
Rose Hammond, that's the personal one, or they can go through the Run With It business Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try more to keep up through the Facebook pages as to what I'm, excuse me, what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, what I'm thinking about. Because sometimes my mental be there, be not right too, and I be helping people to see how I come over it. Like I want to know,
Mm-hmm.
how do you fold some doggone fitted sheets? That's what I want to know. How to fold these fitted sheets. I'm getting so mad when I got to do that fitted sheet. So I end up just blowing it up.
You're killing me.
Like
That
ball
is
it up
funny.
and just throw it on the shelf
You just
because
ball them up. That's how you do it, bro. Just
it
ball
don't
them
look
up.
like it did in that package. Somebody lied. How do you fold a
Somebody help
fitted
Rose with the
sheet?
fitted sheets. Help
Oh my
Rose. Help her.
goodness!
Help her.
Somebody
Help
write
her.
a book about fitted sheet folding. You know?
That's a good one.
Yep, yep,
Yep. Anything
yeah,
else you want to share? You did share some good information about finding a good editor. If you want to
yes,
write, make sure that you find a writers group
yes,
and get
exactly.
connected.
Yep.
Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, some people say write every day. Well, those very, very, very well-known authors, they probably do because they got help writing.
Yes.
It's not a problem if you don't write every day. It's not. Sometimes I'm walking and I'm jotting down stuff because it'll come to me there. When I'm playing the racquetball, it'll come to me there. But
Hmm.
you don't feel bad because if you don't write
Right.
every day. Sometimes you might
Exactly.
need that mental break from that writing, and you'll come back
Exactly.
being much better with what you're trying to do. I'm
Hmm.
trying to write my cousins out of my book. So I'm trying right now to see how to do that so it's not so much on them, but
Exactly. Rose,
more on
stop
the
it.
other people. I love them, but yeah.
Yo,
So I don't
she
have to
said she's
keep
trying to write them
changing.
out of her book.
I don't have to keep changing names because they know who they are, you know? So,
Oh, I bet that is a big problem when you're
um,
using real
yes,
stories. You gotta just how can I? Yeah.
I've changed my siblings' names. My older brother said, "Why you keep changing my name?" I said, "I keep it the same, just I don't call you who you are because you
Yeah.
might not like me tomorrow, okay?"
I love
And then I'm hearing from your attorney. So no, I'm going to
exactly.
change
I love
y'all's
it.
names, you
That's how
know?
to keep yourself safe, girl. Girl.
I am. So stuff like that, you know?
I love it, Rose. And those are the kind of things that people don't think about when you're writing
No,
stuff about family
they
and
really
friends and
don't.
stuff like
It's
that.
I'm laughing now, but they really they don't. Because if the story don't read exactly how they might have saw it, I don't know when that happened. Well, it's a story based on the life of. So
Yeah,
that means
exactly.
there could be a sentence in there that might not be exactly right.
Hmm.
But it's close to it, you know. I know we played hopscotch, but we might not have done it every day like I'm saying we did it. So
Exactly.
them are the things, you know, be careful with who you're including and so forth. And,
Hmm.
you know, those are
Wow.
good things to know.
Well, all I know is I'm just so glad we got a chance to get on here and really chat it up to play catch up on all these
Yeah.
things you're doing.
Yeah.
Um, so who I put? Oh, that's what I do. Ball it up. We're talking about the sheets. I mean the finished sheets.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Telling you,
All it
ball
up.
them up. Just catch from
Yeah.
one end and just start rolling. Just
Yeah.
start rolling.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
need
To
to try to
start
fold
rolling.
them. Just make yourself mad. Just ball them
Yeah.
on up and
Yeah.
call it a day.
That's it, because you'll get mad. You will get mad.
Yep. Well, I thank you for dropping in here again.
Hmm.
Y'all follow her on her Facebook, I mean on her website. Website
Website
is
and the
scrolling on
Facebook.
below on the
Yeah.
ticker.
The Facebook
Run with
page
it.
is good too.
Which one?
Facebook page is good too.
What is the name on the Facebook page? Is it just
Um,
under your name?
it's just my name, Rose Hammond, or
Okay.
the business one under Run With It. Just have to make sure you choose the right one.
Okay. So make sure you check
Yeah,
her out on Facebook. Run
yeah,
with it.
I'll
Morning,
put the
Rose
link on
Hammond.
my regular Facebook page, the link for the business one. And that'll take
Good.
you
Yep.
to it.
So I'll make sure we'll put that in the description as well, the heading.
Yeah.
And the website to buy those mugs and all the stuff that you need to buy, go to that
Mhm.
website you see on the ticker,
Yep.
runwithit.net, run with it, you see it, .net.
Run
Uh,
with it.net.
Dash it. I couldn't even see the dot.
Run with
I wasn't even trying to see the dot.
it.
I don't see no dot. What dot?
.net. At the end, you got to have a dot something.
No. I don't see the other dot.
And then with dot
Oh, okay. I
something.
see it now.
.com, dot something.
Exactly. But thank y'all for joining us. I'm so glad we
Thank
had a
you.
studio audience. We love when we have guests. We love when we have questions.
There's a mug
Yes.
right here.
And she got her mug, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all get one of those mugs in order.
Got one of these coasters right here.
Oh, I just love that color green.
Yep, got all of that.
Got all the stuff. So get your coaster, get your mug, get your magnet, get your book, check out the documentary, and
Yeah.
follow Rose because she just said she have 3 events coming up. And we're gonna talk more. We'll have you back, Rose, so we can talk about other
Okay.
stuff. Okay.
No problem. Yeah.
Trying to see if we got it all. Let's see if we
Because
got
my
all
room
the
is
comments
getting dark
taken
over
care
here unless
of.
I turn a light on.
See if we got all the comments, huh?
My room getting all dark over here unless I turn a
It
light on.
is. Oh, we have a last comment, and it's
Uh-huh.
from my mom. Thanks, Rose, Linda.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Mom.
Thanks for joining us. It is nighttime here,
Yeah.
7:44. Sun's going down. As you see,
Uh-huh.
our lights going down.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks
We
a
will
lot.
look forward to seeing you guys again on our next shows. So
Mhm.
until then, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining us. Rose, you stick and stay.
Uh-huh.
Because usually when I log off, I always catch you at the end so we can talk at the end, okay?
Okay.
So stay on. Although I'm gonna have everybody go, you stay on. Good night, everybody. See you later.